Hello, and today I want to talk about how you can feel more capable and like you are qualified to get the job done. So I'm going to be specifically talking about your career, but let's first start off with what if you're unemployed and you want to feel capable and qualified to even get a job, right? So the first thing is you want to just apply to any job that you think that you would like and you have an interest in doing. Don't reject yourself before the employer even has the opportunity to see your resume by telling yourself, oh, I can't apply to this because I'm not qualified. Like you're looking at the qualifications and you're like, I could do this, this, and this, but I don't have any experience in this one thing, right? Or you just think you don't have enough experience at all. Like maybe you've never even done a type of job like that before. Just apply anyways. Give yourself a chance. You never want to reject yourself before another person has the chance to reject you, right? Okay, now let's move on. And you've got the interview, but you're feeling like not confident and you're like, I don't even know why they want to interview me because I'm not even qualified for this position. You know, if they want to interview you, that means that they already think you're qualified and capable of doing the job. Otherwise, they wouldn't waste their time, interviewing you. So I saw somebody else make a short saying that, and so it gave me a lot of confidence. I don't remember who it was, but it gave me a lot of confidence going into the job interviews that I had, because they were all three jobs I didn't think I was qualified for, but I just applied anyways, and then I got the interview for the three of them. And so then I just had to tell myself, like, no, they think that I'm capable and qualified and I have the skills. Otherwise, why would they be interviewing me, right? But something else that helped me was looking at my resume and my past experiences, because then it showed me like, oh, like I've done all these things in the past, like I was capable of doing these things, and at the time I probably didn't think I was capable of doing them, but then I did. So now what else can I do, right? But so this current job that I'm at, I've been at it for 1.5 months, and so I'm the community outreach coordinator. That's what I'm supposed to tell people I am, but it's like marketing and sales, and I've never done a sales job before, and I've only ever done marketing on social media and like doing content creation or like graphic design for companies, right? So I've never done in-person marketing and like this sales types of stuff, and it's also a little bit of event planning. So that's why I didn't think I was qualified for the job, but then I ended up getting it. But so even when I had went on the interview, guys, I had told you this in my other video, how on the interview, the interviewer said to me, like, you're kind of being like quiet in the interview, but he's seen my content videos and my YouTube videos and stuff, but he's like, on YouTube, you're really like, out there and you're very loud. And so I was expecting you to come in here like, hi, I'm here for the interview. But I was more like, hi, I'm here for whatever. But he's saw what I was capable of, right? And he said to me even when I was there, like, I think you could do the job well, and so then a few days later, he told me that I ended up getting it, right? So now, even though you get the job, there could still be moments in your job where you feel like you're not capable and qualified to do certain things, but you just have to remind yourself that you wouldn't have the opportunity to do this if you weren't ready for it and you weren't capable of doing it. So the first thing that I had to do for this job was I had to call up different schools in the area, because I needed to set up a massage a teacher event for Teacher Appreciation Week, because we're going to go there with a massage therapist and then try to convert these people into being chiropractic patients. And so I had to call them up, and it's obviously doing a lot of communicating with people. And in the past, I was the type of person, like, if I ever had to talk to someone about something, I would always be asking my mom, like, what should I say? Like, I don't know what to say, and she would tell me what to say, and sometimes I would think that what she wanted to say me to say was kind of stupid. And sometimes she would always say to me, like, you know what to say, and I realize now that I have to just tell myself, like, you know what to say. Anything that you're going to say is right, and I can't be having low self-esteem like that. And this story in the Bible about Moses really helped me. And so the Lord wanted Moses to be the one to lead the people out of Egypt. But he was like, Lord, like, really, you want me to do this? Like, acting like he's not capable. And he's like, I'm not even good at speaking. But then the Lord said that he would, be with him and he would speak through him, right? And so now I pray to God to give me the strength to, believe that what I have to say is good, and for God to speak through me when I'm doing things, so it gives me some more confidence, right? And so I was in the beginning I was really scared, but whatever, I was able to book 7 schools, right? But so when I was doing the training videos for this job, they would talk a lot about how the marketers, like they're usually like extroverts and they're very outgoing and they love talking to people. And I didn't always consider myself to be that way. I would say that I'm more of an introvert, but at the same time, I do like talking to people. But I think it's just that I block myself and I stop myself because I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what the right thing to say is. And then thinking that I need to say the right thing. And then I end up not even saying anything right. But so I want to be the type of person that is more friendly and more social and, more outgoing, because just because you're an introvert doesn't mean that you are shy and that you don't like talking to people. It just means that you recharge your energy by having alone time. You could still be an outgoing person, right? But so anyways, since I want to be a more friendly person, I just am using this job as an opportunity to build my confidence and to feel like I'm capable, of being friendly and being social. Because in the past, when my anxiety was really bad, like I would never have thought I could be this person and doing a type of job like this, right? And so now, what I'm doing right now is I've been going to gyms and doing free posture scans on the gym members and free body fat scans, and obviously I was nervous to do this, but I had to tell myself like, I just got to do it. And I just tricked my brain into saying that I'm not nervous, I'm excited for this, right? And so like obviously I'm talking to the members, and like this would kind of be a situation where I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know what to say, like trying to plan out like every possible situation that they could say something, and then I'm like, okay, well, what do I say to this, but what I've been doing, is just telling myself like I know exactly what to say. And I realized that saying something is better than saying nothing. So sometimes they would ask me certain questions and I didn't prepare for them to ask me these questions, right? But I just, I quickly came up with something, and just like trying to make it sound like I knew what I was talking about, right? But I started feeling a little bit unqualified doing these posture scans and body fat scans at the gym, because I did the body fat scan on myself for the first time, guys. And my body fat percentage, like, it's not amazing and it's not perfect. Like, I'm not overweight. I'll show you guys what I look like if you don't know. But so my mind, was just telling me that, like, the person that's doing these body fat scans, they need to be in perfect shape. And I do want to start going to the gym again. It's just good for your overall health anyways. But, like, my mind's telling me that you're not the right person for this, right? But nobody has said anything to me when I was at the gym, like, oh, you don't even have perfect body fat percentage and you're not even lean and all this stuff, right? So, and the point of it is that I would like doing the posture scans better, because when you do the posture scan, you can show someone their posture's bad, they're more likely to want to come in for the chiropractic evaluation. And before even making this video, I thought to myself, like, am I even qualified to make this video? Maybe I need to have some more experiences first, right? And then I kind of heard this voice in my head that's like, waiting until you feel capable is a trap. And that's because you're never going to feel capable of doing something until you've shown yourself that you are capable of doing it by doing it, right? So after I went to 2 different gyms now doing these posture scans and body fat scans, right? The first time I was obviously nervous, I ended up being able to get 4 people made appointments that day. The second time I wasn't as nervous, obviously, because I've already done it before, and then I was able to get 3 people had signed up for appointments, right? And so I did pretty good, and I was proud of myself. And so the chiropractor told me today, he said that I was, because I asked him, like, somebody said this, what should I say? Because I was communicating with someone on text. And then he ended up telling me, he told me something, and then he said, well, I mean, your communication style obviously seems to be working, because, you're getting the job done and you've got these other people, right? And so it just made me realize I can't just keep thinking like, oh, asking people like, oh, what should I say? What should I do? Because why do you think that they know more than you, right? Because he's not even the marketer person. He's the chiropractor, so it's just a different type of job. But so yeah, I'm really proud of myself that I was able to do that, right, guys? And you have to realize that if I could do it, you could do it, I didn't think I was capable of this job. At times I thought I was going to get fired. But here I am, and I'm doing amazing. Another example is how at the church that I go to, I wanted to be one of the high school leaders. So at the time I had joined the church and I was only going for like 4 months. And so I wanted to be the high school leader, but I didn't think I was capable, and I didn't think I was godly enough and, you know, like a good enough Christian to do so. Because obviously I was just born again for only 4 months. But so they have to interview you for the position. And she told me that she ended up wanting me to do it. But then it was like a thing where the church had a rule that you have to be going to the church for 6 months, which obviously makes sense. So I wasn't able to do it right away. And then it was like the summer happened. So then they didn't have people, the groups don't meet in the summertime. So then when it came to be the fall, I was able to do it. And I realized, guys, that I was literally qualified and I was literally capable. And so it's a good thing I didn't reject myself, and I had given myself a chance to see that I was capable of doing it right. And even by then I was starting to feel more capable because I've been further along on my, you know, journey and walk with Jesus. But so another thing was that I was able to get all these clients, I feel like, because I was praying to God to help me. And in the past, like after I would graduate college, you know, people ask you, or when you're even in college, people ask you what your major is, and I would say communications, and then they would say, oh, you're good at communicating with people? And I would say no, or not really, kind of as a joke, but also it wasn't a joke, guys. But I guess I am better at communicating with people now. And I think I realized that, like, I used to think I had social anxiety and all this stuff, but I think it might just be being autistic and not always understanding social cues, and sometimes it's like, you know, it's just confusing. And I think what my problem is, I'm good at talking to people. Once, if somebody comes up to me and they want to talk to me, like, I can talk to them, but it was harder for me to initiate conversations with people. And so I realized that I wasn't initiating things with people, so that's why I have to make more of an effort to do that. And I also realized that when I'm at a job, it's easier for me to talk to people and smile at people and be more friendly, because I feel like it's, you know, it's a job and it's kind of what I have to do. So for example, at my waitressing job, when I used to do that, I would smile at all the customers, as even if they weren't my table. Like, you know, when walking to the restaurant, people would walk to the bathroom, whatever, I would smile at everyone, you know. But then what would happen was I'd be in my real life and I wasn't smiling at anybody, you know. And then I would kind of feel awkward to smile at people, because I guess in real life, outside of your job, you kind of think like, well, I don't want to smile at this person, because then it might make them think that like if it's a boy, for example, they're going to think I like them, and then what if they come up to me and all this stuff, you know. But if it's not your job, it's kind of different. And so, like, when I was doing the posture scans at the gyms, you know, I was smiling at every single person in the gym, all the gym members there, and I realized that's like, it's just weird. Like, why do I think that? Like, I won't smile at people just in my normal day-to-day life, but like if I'm doing something for work, you know, then I'll smile at people. So it's kind of like I have two different personalities at times. Like, I could be outgoing, but then sometimes I can be quiet. So I guess I just have to keep pushing myself to talk more and, you know, be more social. And another thing that I saw online was that somebody said when they're interviewing somebody and hiring somebody, they're not looking for somebody that has all the skills and necessary experience, because skills and experience can be taught and gained, you know, but they're looking at somebody's personality and their personality type, because your personality doesn't really change that much, I guess. But so I guess that's probably why I had gotten this job, because obviously I didn't have all the skills and experience, but I had, you know, good personality when I went in there. I was positive and all that stuff, you know. So if you have a good personality, or you show that on the interview, you know, think of it like that, you know. It's not so much about your skills and experience, but if you can be a positive person. And also my younger brother in college, he didn't have an internship, and he literally had an interview for this job, and it was a good job, but he didn't go on the interview because he's like, I'm not qualified, like I'm not gonna get the job. So he rejected himself before giving them a chance to reject him. But so then out of college, he ended up being able to get a job because his friend's dad helped him get a job, right? And then he started on this one job making like $50,000, and then a year later he just got a new job where he's making over $100,000 a year. And so he said to me, like, if I would, because at his current job now, he says like how some people don't know what they're doing, and people don't know everything. And he said, if I had known that, I would have gotten a job a long time ago. You know, like, I guess on the outside we think that everyone at the job, like, they're so smart and they know everything. But then when you get the job, you realize that that's not the true, and everyone's, you know, they're all just regular people just like you. And so you just don't be putting the people at the company you want to work for like on a pedestal, and that they're so much better than you and so much different than you. You know, obviously I guess they have more experience, they might have more experience than you, whatever, but it doesn't mean they know everything 100%, and it doesn't mean that you can't get the job and you can't then become like them by gaining the valuable experience. So you just gotta keep applying, putting yourself out there, and then once you get the job, telling yourself that you're capable, you know, and just reminding yourself that feeling capable comes after taking action and showing yourself that you could do it. You know, you can't wait until you feel capable or until you feel confident, because you'll be waiting forever, and you don't want to do that. You know, you just got to get started. One of the things they talk about in my job is like, you don't want to get tied down with like paralysis of analysis. You know, if you don't want to make the most perfect event ever, you know, it's better to just, you know, get it done. It's not about perfection. You just got to keep taking action, get things done, and you can do it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this video was helpful for you, and let me know of any other videos you want to hear me making. Thanks. Bye.